here are some ways I manage my own mental health as a creator on social media. I'm Dr. Patrice Berry, licensed clinical psychologist, and here I share educational information on a variety of topics. About a year ago, I started my YouTube channel and Instagram, and back in October of 2020, I started my TikTok. The largest platform that I have is on TikTok, and I also joined Clubhouse back in December. The first tip I have with looking at managing your own mental health as a creator on social media is make sure that social media is a tool and it's not something that you're using idly. Too much time on social media has been shown to negatively impact people's mental health. And in the midst of this pandemic, it's really important to be intentional about your social media use. The best example I have is Clubhouse, because when I first got on, I was totally addicted. It was such a different space. Clubhouse is an audio only app where you are able to do like a group conference call with people, and it's almost like a live podcast where you're able to interact with speakers, you're able to hear amazing content and information. And then there are also rooms that don't really feed your mind, body, or spirit. They really are draining and toxic spaces. Sometimes those spaces can be entertaining, but you have to be careful to see if it's negatively affecting your mental health. I was in one room where somebody was very passionate about their own beliefs, and my beliefs were very different. And they weren't open to hearing or seeing alternate perspectives. They were really just using their platform to further their own ideas. And this was their room, and they have the right to do that. What they were saying to me, it was problematic, but it wasn't to the level of anything that was inappropriate or that it should have been reported to Clubhouse. So if I'm in a space and if I can add some value, I do. Sometimes I might be listening just to gain information, but I also have to stay on track with whatever my goals are and making sure that I'm using social media to achieve a goal, and limiting the times that I use it as a distraction. So social media can be a great distraction, just like Netflix, YouTube, or anything else. But as an entrepreneur, I have certain goals that I'm reaching for. I'm currently working on a book, hope to have it out by March, maybe May. We had some things happen within our family that might push that back a little bit. There are times I have to get off of social media so that I can attend to my business activities or start working diligently towards some goals or just spend time with family. Children will always tell you the truth, and my son has put my phone in timeout a few times when mommy's been on the phone too much. And something that I'm going to work towards is being more intentional about family time and when I'm connecting to make sure that I'm connecting. Because I have a large following on TikTok, that is the space that gives me the most notifications, and I have a lot of comments. And I like to be an engaging creator where we build a sense of community. And still with that, I figured out which comments am I going to reply to, which comments am I just going to like, and then which comments am I going to ignore altogether. So my next tip is, how do you handle trolls and bullying? I was able to be a part of an amazing room on Clubhouse with Robert Blackman and some other amazing creators on TikTok. And what I gained from the conversation was, remember that your page is your page. And if you don't like something that somebody is putting on your page, you can delete it. Now, there's a difference between somebody expressing a different opinion versus someone attacking you personally. I have a slight stutter, and if somebody was teasing or making fun of something like that, then I would probably just delete the comment. If I had a way to provide value to the rest of my followers and maybe teach a moment, I might reply. And yet I'm starting to be careful about replying to the comment. Some people leave comments just to bait a creator. They love it when they get a reaction out of somebody. And so sometimes the best thing you can do as a creator is just ignore it. On a platform like TikTok, when somebody comments on your information, they often don't come back to it unless they follow you. The other interesting thing about platforms like TikTok and Instagram is that they boost engagement. So any comment, whether it's positive or negative, boosts your content, which is hilarious to me when people are boosting my content that may not actually like my content. And instead of just scrolling and continuing to watch whatever they are interested in, they leave a nasty or hurtful comment, because all they're doing is boosting my platform. That's why as a creator, if I see something that I don't like, I typically don't stitch, duet, or share it, because if you do that, that boosts that person's platform. Deleting, saying that you don't want to see that type of content, or possibly blocking somebody if you're seeing it a lot and if you really don't want to see that type of content. The negative thing with TikTok is that people can create multiple accounts. And so just because you block somebody doesn't mean that they can't create another account and then find you again. I wish they would have it where you could block an IP address so that people couldn't easily just create a second account or go to one of their other accounts and still harass creators. How do you handle low likes, views, and engagement? My biggest tip for that is to create good content that makes people want to comment and engage. Sometimes asking the audience a question and making sure when you create that you are in a space to create. Something that I often do is I save to my drafts when ideas come that I'm not ready to record. So if I do have a day that I would like to record something, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to record, I can go through my drafts and see if any of those things inspire me. Something that I've had to do is narrow down my niche, because I am super random, funny, I love to dance, I love mental health, and my content was a little all over the place. And on platforms, people like to know the person, but they also want to know what type of content they can expect. So my new goal is to have 80% mental health information and then about 20% random extra me just being me. And then my last tip is algorithms constantly change, and we can't live our lives constantly running after the algorithm altogether. Focus on building community, focus on the community that you have and really nurturing that. And if you're looking to grow, connecting with certain groups and spaces that teach you how to grow. I love on Clubhouse, there are rooms about growing on Instagram, growing on YouTube, growing on TikTok, and other types of social media. But be careful not to try to consume too much information. We can typically only take in 2 to 3 things at a time. So spending all day on Clubhouse, you're probably not going to come away with a bunch. I know some people use social media as a way to connect. And so if you're using it to connect with real people and not just looking at how other people say they're living their lives, because a lot of social media is filters and editing and people projecting the life they want you to see and not the life they actually have. And so connect with real people, connect with the real people that are in your life, the people that you know, the people that you're friends with, and have fun. Remember why you started creating content in the first place. And when possible, get feedback from others if you are feeling like you're hitting a certain block. And sometimes people do need to take breaks. They've done research and we know that when a creator gets a like, a follow, a comment, that releases endorphins and dopamine to the brain that can get extremely addictive. And people can often then try to get that high again. I'll never forget my first video, watching it go viral. And viral for me was like more than 20,000 views. And just thinking how random, because the videos that did extremely well, I would have never thought that video would have done so well. And then videos that I love might not do as well. Stay grounded, stay rooted, and enjoy. I hope this was helpful.